Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone rule well, and citation to the hopeful elect over in the four corners of the earth, pushing the word and pushing the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. This is Ira from Great Millstone, Wisconsin, coming at you with another lesson. And this topic for the lesson is, the Motb is not sin. This is going to be a re-recording of a video that I've already made that was misplaced or taken down by YouTube. But going into Revelation the 13th chapter, you have IUIC, they're claiming that the mark of the mark is sin. Now the mark is not sin. Because if the mark was sin, then that would mean that the whole the whole earth has the mark already, which absolutely makes no sense. Just really quick, just going to, let's see, what is that, Romans 8. Just really quick to prove something real quick. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 20. It says, "For the creature was made subject to vanity." Now, this scripture alone kills or cuts that doctrine of the mark being sin. It says, "For the creature was subject to vanity." Now, when you go into Genesis, the first chapter, it tells you that, I believe in the 24th verse, it tells you that the creature was created. Now the creature is every living thing that creeps upon the earth, and that includes humans as well. So it says was made subject to vanity. Now that vanity that's made subject to is sin, because sin is vain, sin is empty. It says not willingly. See, not willingly. Now this is the thing. Sometimes we sin on purpose, because we're in the flesh. Sometimes we sin unwillingly because we're in the flesh. Sometimes you sin without even knowing it. And this is what the Apostle Paul was trying to get across in the Romans the 7th and the 8th chapter. So sometimes you sin without even knowing that you're sinning, which is the reason why the Lord has given us grace, and has given us the law of faith, because it's impossible to keep the law in these bodies 100%, Throughout the beginning of time, Jake has always followed the law, then went off, followed the law, then went off, followed the law, then went off. And it was possible for Jake to just keep it straight, So, because we sin willingly and unwillingly, It says, "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope." Right? So we're subjected to vanity so that way we can have hope of making it to the kingdom, of following Yahweh Bashim Yahushai the correct way, because if we were doing everything perfect, we would have no need to believe in the Lord, So that's a big stumbling block to Jake, man. Especially those in obviously in IUIC, But so now that we know that we sin willingly and unwillingly, right? Let's go into Revelation the 13th chapter and see what we can pull out of this, because the sinning is is automatic in the world. It's what you're willing to do once you sin is that counts. What are you going to do with the information about said sin? Are you going to willingly do it, or are you going to unwillingly do it? That's going to be the difference between the Lord giving you grace, and mercy, and between the Lord just flat out destroying you. This is Revelation 13 and 15. It says, "And he had power to give unto the image of the beast," and that image, going to the word image, just really quick, the word image is icon, which says an image, figure, likeness, an image of the things used of the moral likeness of renewed men to the Most High, the image of one in whom likeness of anyone is seen, applied to man on account of his power of command. So the world is going to be in an image of a certain man, and that certain man is Esau, Edom, So he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, So the whole world is going to be shaped in the likeness of this beast, which is the Roman Empire. It says, that the image of the beast should both speak, you know, and now it's speaking through NATO and the EU, you know, it's speaking through these organizations, these modern organizations that are created to shape the world, you know. It says, should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? So if you don't walk in this image and walk this certain way of life, you're going to be destroyed, man. You know, whether it be physically destroyed, killed, you know, or ostracized from society. You know, we had an example of that during the 19, man, in 2020. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, you know, so both small and great, meaning the highest achieving, you know, of our you know, humanity to the lowest achieving of our humanity, rich and poor, you know, free and bond, you know, meaning if you're walking around free, if you're incarcerated or enslaved or whatever have you, you know, the whole world is going to be upon the whole world, man. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that mark, as we know, goes into the Greek charagma, which means to be an incision, a palisade, a stake, a trench, you know. And we already have an example of that, a recent example of that in the Neuralink brain machine interface created by Elon Musk, you know. And now they're on trial number 2. So they have a 2.0 that they've implanted already in a volunteer, man. And there's only more to come, more to follow, right? It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. Now, this doesn't look like sin to me. You know, you can't use sin as a tangible agent to buy and sell things. You can't trade commodities and goods, you know, on a barter system with sin. That doesn't make any sense. You know, this is how you understand that these guys don't really read the scriptures, man. They just gloss over things because they're heretics. It says, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You know, now it says, and no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Now, this point right here, this is going to create a lot of tension in the world, you know, and most of the world, besides the elect, are going to receive this mark, you know, which is the microchip, by the way. They're going to receive this mark. Reason being is because they won't be able to buy or sell. They won't be able to eat. They won't be able to function in society, you know, so they're going to bug out and take these things, right? But the thing is that, you know, the elect, we have the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and this is going to be our stability, you know, in these times. This is Isaiah 33:6 says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. So the knowledge and wisdom of the Holy Scriptures are going to be what's going to stabilize our mind in these times to come, man. And strength of salvation, you know, meaning this is going to be our strength for us in order to be saved, man. Our faith in the Lord. It says the fear of the Lord is his treasure, you know. Now, when you go into this, right, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 666. You know, now the thing about this is, this whole passage here is about worshiping another God, you know, worshiping a false idol, which is not Yahweh, you know, or Yahweh Shai. You know, this false idol is the beast system, you know. You go back up into verse 15, it tells you he that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. But wait a minute, you know. You go into Exodus 20, it tells us that we're not to worship other gods. This Exodus 21, it says, and the Most High spake all these things, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the land of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. This is the very first commandment. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth, you know. So we're not supposed to make any graven images. We're not supposed to worship anything in any other likeness, because the Most High created it all, right? But verse 5, it says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, right? And when you go into Revelation 13, you worshiping the image of the beast, You know, you receiving the mark in your right hand or in your forehead, that's bowing down to this image, man. You know, it says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I am the Lord thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. You know, so there's nothing good that's gonna come after this mark is received, man. Even your children are cursed. You know, when you go into Revelation, the 16th chapter, you know, it talks about the grievous sore that's going to be upon them that receive this mark. This is Revelation 16 and 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out your vials of wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. You know, so there's a sword that's going to be poured out. Right now, let's look at the word sore here. Salakia. Which is Helkos or Helkas.
Strong's G 1668. Helkas. Helkas.
Word Helkas says a wound, especially a wound producing a discharged pus, a sore, an ulcer. And what are sores and ulcers, right? That produce discharge and pus. That would be skin cancer, you know, because what you are doing is you are adding a foreign substance that is synthetic into your body, man. And your body's going to treat it like a foreign substance, and it's going to react. Just look at skin cancer images. You see these? This is skin cancer. This is how it starts, as a basal cell, you know, as a squamous cell, which you see this, a basal cell, then a melanoma, you know, then a Merkel cell, then a squamous cell. So you see this pus coming out of here? You know, this is what these spots are going to look like, you know, and these spots actually look a lot like the mpox, you know. You see these sores and you see the pus build up, you know. This is going to get really, really bad, man. You know, this is what's going to happen to those on the earth that receive the charagma, you know. Look at this. This is disgusting. This is what's going to happen upon those that receive these devices and have these devices long term, you know. So let me go back to Revelation 16th chapter. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. You know, so there are judgments that are coming for those that receive this mark. And no, you can't, you know, Jake want to play semantics and play games. No, you can't get the mark and then take it out, man. You are automatically doomed. You know, it's Revelation 14. And I'm going to start at verse 9. And that's funny because I didn't see this before, you know. When I said you're automatically doomed, I didn't know that it actually said this. It says doom for worshipers of the beast. You can't make this up, man. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You know, and this is the thermonuclear ICBM missiles, man. You know, everybody that gets one of these devices and implanted in their body is going to eat a missile. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. See? Because going back to Exodus 20th chapter, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So you worshiping the beast and the image and you get this mark, you're going to be destroyed, man. And you guys in IUIC and ISUPK, you GLCC, all you dudes out there that are following these guys, man, if y'all don't wake up, this is your fate, man. And your leaders have your blood on their hands, man, But because you want to follow these dudes and be zombies, you're going to suffer the same fate as Esau, man, So with that, I just wanted to, throw that quick lesson or revision of the lesson together, Lord willing, all you Akim and Aquath out there were edified in the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praises, call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Chakodash. Demand to the apostles and elders of great millstone were well, and salutations to the four corners to the elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word and truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Abba Baba.